Hello and welcome back to Memory at Lightning Speed with a permanent memory sphere and power recall. Memory course 4. Yeah! This is video 150U. Let's celebrate. Amazing! Episode 12. The Escrima Exercise, Part 1. Welcome back, Power Brain. And welcome to putting our decisions and plans into effect. Here we're going to focus on a quick review, and I'm also going to teach you something brand new that's going to boost your powerful brain. Now, what is this day as a review? This is the day where we're going to evaluate the information. We're going to rehearse it because remember, a practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. So remember the 4 quick things. If you missed any of the lessons, today is the day to watch and read them. Watch and read the sessions that you missed. Also, number 2, if you are certain about certain lessons that you enjoyed and you want to go deeper on, today is the day you want to be able to rewatch and read them, because remember, space, repetition, and review are very important to the process. Review sessions for better understanding. So every single time you watch and read, you deepen the grooves in your learning. The third thing I would say is the homework. Do the homework. The homework is ever so important. None of the magic happens without the homework, the fun work, if you will. So if you missed any of the homework, today is the day to watch that homework. And I would highly recommend, if you've done it before, go and deepen in that homework. And if you've done it already in the homework, I highly recommend you do the homework again and do it at a deeper level. For example, if you memorize the elements on the periodic table from 11 to 20, go from 21 to 30, okay? Because remember, what you practice in private, you're rewarded for big time in public. What you practice in private, you're rewarded for in public. And then finally, the 4th thing you want to remember to do is be active. Be active in the tribe, in the community, because that's where a lot of the magic happens together. Be active in the community. Now, I'm going to teach you something really fun that you would do every single day to build your powerful brain. And it has to do with muscle memory and muscle movements. And as I've said before, as your body moves, your brain grooves. As your body moves, your brain grooves. There was a study done at Oxford University, England, that said martial arts practitioners actually have bigger brains. Do you want a bigger brain? Do you want a better brain? Of course you do. The research coordinator was Grandmaster Professor Dr. Keith Ronald Kanspecht, Sofia, Bulgaria, and it was preceded in the Hilarendarsky State University in Plovdiv, learning first Wing Chun and the art of Philippine fighting, Escrima, or any hand coordination practice actually boosts the brain, your power brain, and creates more white matter. So here's my question. Do you know how to coordinate your arms, elbows, hands? Can you defend yourself? Or do you know somebody who knows how to defend themselves? They have really big brains. So hand-arm coordination helps to activate more of your brain power. So here I do just one Filipino martial art Escrima practice routine. And you can learn how to do this online. I'm not an expert Escrima arnis Kali fighter, but do you often find it's a metaphor for your life? Like you have a lot to do, a lot to coordinate, if you will, a lot of the things that are going on in your life with your work, your family, friends, and things that you have to take care of. You're like, Achim, I'm not coordinating my hands and arms. Behind every burning man, there is usually an army of unappreciated, frazzled coordinators working around the clock to make sure that the events go off without a hitch, right? So hand-arm coordination actually looks like this. It looks something like this, right? And so I teach people a little bit to learn how to coordinate the hands and arms, because it's a great brain exercise, something that you can learn to be able to do every single day. Now, I wouldn't start, if you're new to this, I wouldn't start at that tempo, certainly, because you're creating a lot of coordination problems. So speed is not the answer. Don't do it fast yet. Let's go slow motion and step by step. What I would recommend is starting with in one position and then make one move. What I really recommend is making 3 repetitions each. If you repeat it at least 3 times, it's very beneficial, because you can have a good look at what you're doing and what it feels like, because it's about muscle memory. And if you make a mistake, you can always redo it and practice it correctly. So don't do it fast. Do it slowly. And that way, it ingrains the movement into your memory. Then it stays in your mind when you have observed it properly, and especially what it feels like. So what I want you to do is just do this one movement back and forth like this. Now, change your arms and do it on the other side. Just practice like this. Something very, very simple, like this. And you would do this every single day. And after you get comfortable doing it slowly, then use the other arm in addition. And you're going to imagine 2 points in front of you in the air at arm's length, because the mistake people make when they're moving 2 arms simultaneously is they do this. They block themselves. This is not hand-arm coordination. This is moving 1 arm at a time. You want to move both arms simultaneously. You see that? It's as supposed to do this. Imagine there are 2 points there. This hand goes to this point, and then when it hits its peak, it's the cue to hit the other one up there. So you're going 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So those are the 2 simultaneous movements. And then the next step is really easy, because it's actually easier, is when you add another movement. Then you notice how hard it is to go in slow motion, but it looks like this, right? So you see the 2 points there, and it's actually, I teach also to help with learning ability. And you think, what does that have to do with speed learning, blitz learning, memory at lightning speed? It's kind of interesting because not only does it build brain power, but it also helps to coordinate hands and arms. I also have two eyes, but I can't focus on each hand individually because it's too fast. It's all a blur. And what I do with my underarms, where are my elbows, right? So what do I have to do with my focus? We'll talk about that next time. So thank you very much for practicing with me.